For a year and day, John Dramani Mahama Abelante 1 million coders. That's a Yakadia. I want to wire coding network in Ariano. We be at was say, over Russia, internet and Abelante, my uncle, every day see. Oh, and a day.
Voilà, les fruits tu vas venir, elle est d'accord. Elle est tachée.
We welcome His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Mahama, accompanied by Sector Minister Samonate George and the Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Apili. We remain standing, putting our hands together, and we'll all remain standing whilst we render the national anthem. This program is the fulfillment of the President's 120-day social contract with Ghanaians under the auspices of the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation. We are here gathered to launch this very important program in Accra. Simultaneously joining us are students in 4 regions. I'd like to acknowledge our guests joining us from the Upper East region in Bolgatanga. If they can see us, you give us a wave in the video link. Thank you for joining us. Put your hands together for the folks in Bolgatanga. We're also joined by students in the Bono region, capital of Sunyani. Let's put our hands together for the folks in Sunyani. We also have students joining us from Kumasi in the Ashanti region, eagerly participating. Put your hands together for them. And of course, we have students here at the Kofi Annan Center in 2 classrooms. There's no camera there. They don't even know the president will go there, so don't tell them. But let's put our hands together for them. We're also live on almost all the TV and radio stations in the country, and we're also live online streaming this very important program. This program is under the auspices. And at the risk of boring you, because this program is so important, we want to acknowledge some of our partners here at once. So we establish that and move on with the program. So I'd like to go through the list and then you put yours together at the end if you don't mind. In no particular order, of course, officials from the ministry are here, led by their Chief Director, Alexander Yao Afo, and his team. We acknowledge your presence and your hard work in putting this together. We'd like to acknowledge the Country Director for GIZ, Derek Asman, the Country Director for Smart Africa, Dr. Osman Issa, the Director of the Digital Youth Village, University of Ghana, Professor Olivia Kwapong, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Nana Abba Amfo. Privileged to also have the Acting CEO of MTN and other executives of the company, Antoinette Kofi, Chairman of the Public Services Commission, Professor Victor Kwame Ajiman. We also have one of my favorite names now, Director of GIFEC, Dr. Rashid Tanko. I didn't know computer was part of your name. Apparently, is this on your Ghana card? It was on TV, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer. Wonderful. If you want your child to be very smart, name him computer or name him ICT or something. Also, Director of DPC, Dr. Arnold Kavapuo, DG of the NCA Deputy, Etamosore. We also have the senior advisors and country lead for TBI, Samensa Bar, Estella Kofi from C Square, Director of Digital Technology, Dr. Samuel Entwi-Jeche, and of course, we have the Director and other directors of the ministry. I also want to finally acknowledge the founder and head of the mission of Diaspora Africa Forum, Excellency Erica Bennett, who's been with us in all our important programs. Let's put hands together for all of them. Thank you very much. We'd like to start off by inviting our sector minister to set the scene and contextualize the importance of the 1 Million Coders program. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nate George. Thank you.
Thank you very much and good morning. Your Excellency, the President John Dramani Mahama, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, Ministers of State here and present, Presidential Staffers, Regional Minister for Greater Accra, and the Regional Ministers in the Ashanti, Bono, and Upper East region, Honorable Members of Parliament here and gathered, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of our development partners, heads of institutions, directors in the ministry, executives from the NDC party headquarters, industry pioneers, our bright young minds, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, civil society advocates, distinguished guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I stand before you today with immense pride and a deep sense of purpose as we gather for the official launch of the 1 Million Coders program. This is a bold and transformative initiative that marks a new chapter in Ghana's digital journey. This is not just a program. It is a promise to our youth, to our future, and to the idea that no Ghanaian should be left behind in the digital age. Let me take this moment to extend a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. Your presence here today, whether as a policymaker, partner, industry leader, traditional authority, educator, or young innovator, underscores your belief in the vision we are unveiling, President Mahama's vision. I am truly grateful to all who honored our invitation and made the time to join us for this important milestone. The 1 Million Coders program stands as a flagship initiative of the John Dramani Mahama government, driven by a simple but powerful objective: to equip our young people with the digital skills they need, not just to survive, but to lead in the 21st century economy. It is about preparing a generation of thinkers, builders, and problem solvers who will shape the future of this nation with code in their hands and opportunity in their sights. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that last year, His Excellency the President made a pre-election promise to launch the 1 Million Coders program, which has been touted as a bold initiative by our international partners to train 1 million Ghanaians in coding and digital skills, empowering them to thrive in the rapidly growing business process outsourcing and knowledge process outsourcing ecosystems. We have quickly moved to turn this vision into action, to equip our youth for the future of work through the 1 Million Coders program. Please note that this is happening within the 120-day social contract period, and it tells you how committed and focused His Excellency the President is. This is a bold step towards resetting and building the Ghana we want together, a Ghana of opportunities, innovation, and prosperity for all. I firmly believe we are at a defining point in Ghana's digital journey, a moment where resetting Ghana is not just necessary, but urgent. This is a call to action, to transform our economy, create sustainable jobs, and invest boldly in our people. We must harness science, technology, and innovation, not as buzzwords, but as tools for inclusive growth. Yet far too many of our young people remain on the sidelines of this revolution. In Ghana, it is estimated that only 7% of the youth have access to structured digital training. And across sub-Saharan Africa, nearly 60% of our young people lack foundational digital skills. This gap isn't just a missed opportunity, it's a barrier to progress, and we must break it down. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the 1 Million Coders program will provide comprehensive training in coding and digital skills initially in 4 locations and later spread out nationwide. Ghana India Kofi Annan Center of Excellence in ICT, where we are this morning, is leading the content creation and training of the program. The center has developed a standardized curriculum in multiple digital disciplines at the beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels to create a uniform training ecosystem for all Ghanaians, irrespective of the part of our country in which they reside. The initial courses for the pilot include Certified Cybersecurity Professional, Certified Network Support Technician, Certified Data Protection Manager, Certified Data Protection Expert, Certified Data Protection Officer, Certified Data Protection Professional, and Data Analyst Associate. Mr. President, we planned to do the pilot with 260 students, but within the first 4 hours of announcing, we had over 4,000 applications. We decided to do a double track and do 520. As of this morning, about 30 minutes ago, the number of applications we have received is 91,847 applications. This speaks to the visionary nature of your plan and vision to transform our digital ecosystem. All the courses published for this program will have fundamentals of coding embedded in the course delivery. There will also be elective coding courses to be run as part of the entire program, and all the courses will be run simultaneously in all the regions. This initiative is a strategic investment in our youth, empowering them with in-demand digital skills that align with the jobs to be created under the 24-hour economy policy. Ghana faces a youth unemployment rate of about 12%, and yet the digital economy is projected to create millions of new jobs across Africa by 2030. By partnering with the private sector, we're not only expanding access to opportunity, but also ensuring relevance. Training 1 million coders is more than a number. It's a commitment to innovation, problem solving, and preparing our youth to drive Ghana's industrialization and economic diversification from the front lines. The benefits of this initiative are numerous. By creating a pool of digitally skilled individuals in differently skilled areas, we'll be able to drive innovation, entrepreneurship, and economic growth in our nation. We'll also be able to improve the quality of our educational system, increase digital literacy, and enhance our nation's competitiveness in the global economy. Ladies and gentlemen, this initiative is designed to level the playing field. It will open doors for individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds, those too often excluded from the digital economy, to gain the skills and knowledge they need to succeed. In Ghana, nearly 1 in 5 youth are not in education, employment, or training, and digital exclusion remains highest among rural populations, women, and persons with disabilities. They will be factored under this program. To the young people of our nation, I say that this initiative is a call to action. We need your creativity, your passion, and your talent to drive innovation and entrepreneurship in our nation. I encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity and become part of the next generation of coders. To our international partners who have shown extreme goodwill to partner us on this program, the MTN Group, Telecel Ghana, C-Square, Google, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, the ALX, Tony Blair Institute, and several other partners who have expressed willingness. We say thank you for believing in the vision of President John Dramani Mahama. And innovation, I once again warmly welcome you to this important occasion. We are honored by your presence and energized by your commitment. Together, let us launch this program with purpose, unity, and ambition. Together, let us code the future of Ghana and Africa. Welcome, thank you, and God bless our homeland.
Wow. I think he deserves better than that. Put your hands together for the minister. Wow. This is the gentlest I have seen him. Very gentle. We are on a master. Especially when your master used to be the minister of your sector. You can't come and talk anything. So they just
good. You pay to hear it twice. My neighbors, when I invite you to the dance, it's because I have curated music good enough for your dancing feet. Make sure that your steps equally match up to this. Ago. When I was a child, growing up was a dream. I'm here, I'm still moving on. I call it harsh reality. I have simply come to learn that sleep is for the strong. And so, good night. It is only when we sleep that we have dreams, my people, and so all men sleep. Yet, when those of us allowed to sleep do, dreams are preserved of the chosen. And so, all men sleep, the chosen will dream yet. The third strain of life chooses to wake up and lend feet to our dreams. So one man sleeps, has his dream, wakes up, wants to lend feet, and then he calls all of us to go. So say our paths to God lie with him. It takes one to take the torch and lead the way. Ghana, welcome to a new morning where we woke up on the right side of our bed. One man chose to sleep, woke up, stretched, yawned, and he says, I have a dream. And then we all choose to believe because this is possible. We have often been told of future leaders who are not allowed to think because it's not their time to lead yet. But future leaders, this is the time to train the future the way to go, so that when you are older and the future is also old, he knows to treat you with some respect. And so, it is good to have your future leaders trained now. Have them vision the future the way it should go. My people, if we were in a race and I was to hand the baton over to the future, I would choose the hand with which to receive the baton from the runner who goes before me, for my place is only held temporarily. My people, which is older, the egg or the hen? Now, whichever one was created first, that is not an argument to be had. The most important part simply says, between the egg and the hen, each one of them is too small to hold itself fully, so each holds a part of the other in trust. And so, it is only on the ends of old ropes that new ones are woven. My people, is it not beautiful that we decide to send messages to the future from now? We have chosen a million ways to beautifully do it by allowing young people to own the future, sending messages and saying, dear future, this is Ghana in the 21st century. See you in a few years' time, and these seeds we sow today would have rippled across the sands of the world. 1 million coders. 1 million coders. Okay. 1 million. Birth another million. Birth another million. If my people do not understand all the big English we will speak today and all the fantastic things we are doing, would it suffice to tell them, say, a computer and kitten? You see, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. The computer kitten would eventually ensure that Ghana takes its place on the digital maps of the world and leave our footprints. My people, what if we could code Balmaya and Adoa so that a long time after this civilization is gone, all the beautiful things we do now will still stand the test of time. Now, it simply says we are creating employment for 1 million people, but one provides for 13 or 25, and the ripple keeps going on. Imagine a steel pool with a pebble dropped in there. The ripples are so strong. Ago. He to him what is good is not good. Our elders say, let him sniff a little alligator pepper and see how he likes it. I'm a young man, and I believe that if we had 1 million storytellers to send our messages to the future in languages that we might not understand reading from the books, my people, we would have simply secured our future. And so, it takes a man to know that when he has gone to bed, returning into this dance is not guaranteed, and so that is how legacy starts for Ghana. 1 million. 1 million coders are more than 1 million voters, my people. 1 million coders, probably less than how many million farmers we have in Ghana today. So, do not forget the back without which there is no front. Sankofa. Sankofa is the only principle through which our ancestors have brought us up to this point. And so, Onipa bremu wo, akoko brema nkwan. Ghana this year, oh brema ding, what are we leaving for the generations yet to come? When they get here, they will point their fingers at us, whether it will be the left or the right. It is our decision to make now. What would warrant that a man will stretch his hands and shake you? Would it be an insult or it would be a greeting? What the future does to us would be our decision to make now. My people, so imagine I am Ghana. I am a carpenter building a big ark so that all my people will be safe because the floods are coming. And then I take, with all the pan, my hammer and hit all the nails in the right places like we are choosing to do today. Then the future is safe and secure. Intiminian, computer and kitty. One tells you, and maybe I would explain it to you in Dabani, and then this would go in Gam, and then all our ways will be preserved in the spaces of technology beyond what our ancestors dreamt. You see, this life is simply that reality. We woke up from nothingness in eternity to sleep into the present. I take that again. This life is simply that dream we woke up from nothingness in eternity to sleep into reality. And so, the most difficult things we are doing today is placing one foot in front of the other. That is how a path is found and all the others follow. So in that spirit, my people, we will not clap to attract attention. Like I said, we will not stamp to rouse the dust. We lift our hand, greet the Creator, and then we beat our chest, making a solemn promise that Ghana will work, making a solemn promise that though we did not see the dream in our sleep, once we have woken up and decided to follow the path that the leader is charting, we will give our very best. Well, a year from now, I will still be here as a timekeeper to evaluate what you put in, what you put in, what you put in. And then we shall ask the dreamer if he has any more dreams that will make our future secure. And the writer king receives communion wine from the calabash. I did not come to call ambition. Your Excellency, you have outdone yourself this time. You have excelled your peers in the realms of dreams. Woken up. We believe in this, it will fly. Why do I ask for this, my people? When a king sits in a palanquin and it is stationary, he throws his hands, then it is an illusion that he is in the air. Unfortunately, he will have to be carried so that he is seen. This idea, beautiful. But you see, an idea alone is just like a seed dropped in a bucket of water. Unless it is spilled, it goes nowhere. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? So many questions to be answered. I am simply a messenger. He who had a sleep, had his dream, woke up and sent us on these errands is here. Therefore, I beg you, maybe you should bring him up so that when all those questions are answered, I can simply and confidently start about the streets talking about computer. Ghana, I'll be back.
Amazing. His Excellency to bring us the keynote address.
This is your seat. Thank you very much. Let me proceed on the protocol established by the Minister and Justice. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. At this rate, it will appear that I should register a copyright to this in Kitty on the various brands of Kitty that are coming out. We could make quite a lot of money with that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today marks a defining moment in our national journey. We're not merely launching a program, but we're laying a foundation for a new economy. We're declaring with boldness and purpose that Ghana is ready to lead in this program is not just a fulfilled campaign promise. It is a strategic pillar of our Reset Ghana agenda, designed to empower Ghanaians with digital skills critical for 21st century life and work. It is an intentional move towards building a knowledge-based, innovation-driven economy, one where our greatest resource, our people, are equipped to create solutions generate jobs, and be able to compete globally. At the heart of this initiative is our belief in Ghanaian youth. We believe in your creativity, your resilience, and your boundless potential. This program is an investment in our youth, an investment in their future as coders, as analysts, as entrepreneurs, and as tech pioneers. When I asked for your mandate to serve once more as president, I made a promise that our national recovery will be people-centered, innovation-led, and future-focused. And that recovery begins by breaking down the barriers that hold us back, social, economic, and digital. Today we begin breaking down those barriers. Over the next 4 years, the 1 Million Coders program will train 1 million Ghanaians in essential digital skills, from coding and cybersecurity to data analytics and networking. These are not just technical abilities, they are economic passports, pathways to decent jobs, entrepreneurship, and long-term social economic inclusion. We do not walk this path alone. Across the globe, nations that recognize the power of coding early have positioned themselves for extraordinary progress. Take Estonia, for example. In 2012, Estonia became one of the first countries in the world to introduce coding as a compulsory subject as low as primary schools. Today, Estonia is a global leader in digital governance and innovation, with one of the world's most digitally integrated societies. Let us consider what this means for our country. First, job creation and economic growth. As of this year, the global business process outsourcing market was valued at $410 billion and is projected to reach almost $500 billion by 2029. Countries like India and Philippines dominate this space, offering services in software. For Ghana, I say this program is for you. Take it and own it. Let this be your launchpad into innovation, entrepreneurship, and global relevance. Let this be the bridge between your dreams and the opportunities of the digital age. You're not just participants in this initiative, you are the architects of Ghana's digital future. To our partners, current and future, we thank you for believing in Ghana and investing in our people. Your support amplifies our efforts and accelerates our progress. And I call on more organizations, both local and international, to join us on this mission. To the Honorable Minister of Communications and his team, I commend you for the speed, vision, and diligence with which you have pursued this project. You've not only brought a manifesto promise to life, you have ignited hope in millions of young Ghanaian hearts. My fellow citizens, technology is not just a tool, it is a force for equality, social mobility, transparency, and empowerment if it is used wisely and inclusively. It can rebuild our institutions, connect our communities, and transform our economy. But to achieve this, it must be accessible to all and guided by a clear national purpose. This is that purpose. This is Ghana's moment to rise, to lead, to shape the future. And so with pride and with faith in the extraordinary potential of the Ghanaian people, it is my honor and privilege to officially declare the 1 Million Coders program duly launched.
and have the national anthem before His Excellency will leave us to do the inspection. So this is the second batch of photos. Thank you. Please take your seat. Final group, private sector agency CEOs partnering the project. So Patricia, and you will hear more as the new faces are launched. So you may all, cameramen, you may all receive.
Come on.
And as we begin to scale up, we're going to be doing training on training, so that in all the regional hospitals we'll have skilled trainers over there, and they are training them in the same pool. Because apart from exporting, an institution like National Health Insurance is largely digital now, and so they need data analysts to manage the data that they're getting in every district. And so we need to create local competence, so that you're not having all your skilled competence in Accra, and then in the rural parts of our country you don't have the skills. So that's why we're decentralizing them. So they're having the same training, same equipment, same curriculum. So what is taught in Accra is what is taught in Bolívar. We're doing a 50% gender split, and we've also started training persons with disability. So we have specialized training. There's a person with disability taking part in this class, and we're also trying to do tailored courses for people who are hard of hearing as well, so that persons with disability are also covered in the training. So please open up to the next one.
Hello, how are you? How are you? Oh, just talk to us.
I know what to talk.
You're also training, right?
No. Yes, I'm training.
You see, they're asking how are you? How are you? No, I'll take you. I've taken it already. So, oh no, you are alive, fool. You are alive. So tell us, with the things that you've gone through, can you tell us some of the things that you've gone through?
Right now we are learning the basic part of the computer and how cybersecurity works.
So you yourself, do you know anything about the cybersecurity, or it's your first time?
It's my first time.
Okay. So you are done with schooling and you are having a new skill. Okay. Your name? It's personal. Okay. So let's talk to one or two friends. Hello, how are you? You are training, right? Do you know anything about the cybersecurity before coming?
No, actually, I was doing web design.
You are doing what?
Web designing.
Huh?
Web design.
Web design. So you are a whole web designer. Okay.
But I heard about the cybersecurity, the 1 million coders program, and I applied. Luckily, I was selected as part of it.
Oh, okay. So did you pay anything? You didn't pay anything. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So these are some of the those who are just going through the training right over here. So as you can see, the lectures are over here. So most of them are having their own skills, and they've added this to it as well. Okay, let me ask you on 1 mil.